Hi, this is Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm here to bring you another tutorial on Farmhouse Florals, August 2025. Comes with 9 cards, 3 different ones, and you know all the routine. 9 envelopes, 3 card bases with that, 3 cards with that, and 3 with nothing on it, just plain. And you got 3 embellishments here, 3 there, 3 there, bunch of flowers, and 2 sentiment things. You can purchase these if you like. So it's really up to you if you want to, okay? So we're going to make 2 cards tonight, and this is what you're going to do. I had to get that out, sorry about that. You're going to get Night of Navy paper, and this is pink. I don't know, this is not a Stampin' Up! Brand, and this is the white. This is the card base. And then another pink. So what you're going to do is you're going to start layering your pieces on. So I'm going to put this one down first. I just found this in my scrap pile and I thought, oh, I'm going to use this. That's why I started using it. So I'm going to line this up the best I can. It's going to be like 1/4 of an inch. Your cardstock paper is always, well, not always, but this particular one is going to be 8.5 by 5.5, scored in half. This piece is 1/4 of an inch shorter, so this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and this one goes down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Okay, so that's the top layer. Down back here, it's going to be a little bit different. I'll tell you that when we get to it. So I'm going to start with using a stamp set. Let me get a clean side, called Elements of Text. I'm going to use that one. So I want to make a little background. So I'm going to bring in the, here it is, crumb cake. I don't want it real obvious, but I just want a little background so it kind of looks a little bit different. Make sure the wording's right. But you know, I can't even read this wording. It says the, by, may the plants around you, I don't even know what it says. Photos, no plotos, no plants. Yeah, I wish it knew what it said, but it's okay. I just like script, so I'm going to stamp off and then stamp on. There's no, you're just bringing in a background. That's all you're doing. You could even go like that, go another time. It's really up to you. Doesn't have to be even. You're just putting background on there. That's all you're doing, okay? And I got my background. Put a little bit right there. See, there's the background. You can still kind of see the specklies. Oh, I was testing on that side. So there we go, that's that. So that was the first step that I wanted to do. Okay, now we're going to design this card a little bit different. I came with this really good idea. So today I went to the, I live in Montague in Texas, Nocona, but in Montague County. And we have this commissioner's court where the officials, like the person in charge of the water, whatever, you know, roads and different people, right? And they get together and they talk about the issues and if there's something to be taken care of and funds and stuff. Well, there's certain groups that get there and they get to share how they're helping in the community. So my TIA group, we went there today and we gave our report on what we do, the community services and all the different things that we do. And it was really neat. I've never done that before, so that was a new thing for me. So that's what I did today. So I got this teacup out of a stamp set called Time for Tea. So I die cut it out, and you can see, first I stamped it, then I colored it, and then I die cut it with the dies, because that comes in this set, okay? And this was Lottie's sweet set. I'm gonna use, You Fill My Cup Up with Happiness, and you're going to see why I use this particular stamp. so I colored it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lay out where I want the cup. I definitely want it over in this corner. Put my light on. I forgot to put the light on. So I want to lay my cup out. I know it's going to go in this corner, so I'm just going to glue it straight down. Okay? We're going to make, this is the cool card. Okay, so I also need to stamp the sentiment up in the corner so I could place my pieces where I need them. This is very important. Otherwise, the sentiment won't be there. So I'm using Night of Navy. I'm in Secret Sea. So I'm gonna put it right up here in the corner. Just like that, okay? So I have that done. Now I can work around that, because if I do that, if I arrange my cups, everything the way I want it, it will not be right, because I won't have any room for my sentiment, and I want to get that sentiment in there, because you're going to like this card. I like it. I think it is cute. Different. And that's what I was going for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my teapot way up here in the corner, okay? And, you know, you fill my cup up with happiness. So watch this. This is what I want to do. I want to take these little teacups and I'm going to tilt them so that they're throwing tea into this teacup, the bigger teacup. But it's not going to be tea. It's going to be something different. It's going to be flowers. Okay, so I was at the courthouse this morning and I was thinking about cards that I could do. And all of a sudden I thought of the stamp set, fill my cup up with happiness. Thinking, I don't know if fill my cup up. I didn't think about any of that other stuff. But when I thought about that, I sat in my car. I'm going, where's the paper? Where's the paper? Because I had to wait a half hour because I got there real early for it to start. So I was messing around and I pulled out I didn't have any paper with me. So what I did was I took, and you can see I was practicing doing some stuff on this too. I do that a lot, do the backs of stuff. I was, so I grabbed a napkin and I started scribbling on that, what I wanted to do. So a cup, I'm gonna stamp out the teapot, and I want to, what I want to do is I want to have flowers pouring out of it. I thought, oh, forget that, I better write this down. So I had to write it down, and then when I got home, first thing I did was design the card. But I had to wait till after I got back from Bible study to do anything, because I was busy doing a lot of other little things. So now I'm going to take, and that's what I want to do there. So I'm going to put these things down. I'm going to put the teapot first. Oh, wait, I need to put a little dimensional right here on the handle so it stands up. Just a little tiny one. Okay. Let's move this paper out of the way so it doesn't move around. So I'm going to take my papers off the back. So I got all excited thinking about this card, and I wanted to do it so bad, but I had to go home and I had to do a couple of things in the house, clean house and all that, I don't really like doing it, but I have to do it sometimes, right? Empty the cat boxes. Ugh, I hate that job. But I love my kitty cats, so I do it. So I'm going to put that teapot right there. And then I'm going to arrange these little teacups here. So, remember those little flowers? Tons of flowers I cut out? And I cut out of the pear, what's it called? Perfectly Pears. So when I got this, I went to a class with my upline and I made some cards, right? And I fell in love with this flower. Those are the tiniest, cutest little flowers, and layering them, it looks so awesome. Whoops, I dropped it on the floor. They look so awesome. So I was all excited to get it. And then when I thought about this, I'm going, I know the perfect flower I'm going to use. I think that's why I got so excited about doing this card. So now I got my glue's kind of clogged up a little bit here. So let it sit too long, silly me. I need to poke my thing in here. See, I have this little pin here. I just poke it in there. Let me put this down a little bit closer so we can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So now I'm going to put some glue on here. I'm going to start putting the flowers in here. Okay, there's one. So I'll put 3 up here in the top. Okay. The next thing I want to do is I want to put one where it's coming right out of the spout. So here's a flower coming right out of the spout because the flowers are going to go into these cups. We got a problem here because the cups are tipped. So I'm going to tip this first cup. That's the whole problem. You know, the cups are all tipped. So what's going to happen is it's going to fill your cup up with happiness down at the bottom. That one right there. So I took out of this paper right here. I'll show you the paper that I used. It's called the Tea Boutique. And it has these little teacups. It has all these different things. And I took my fussy cat out all these little cups. So that's how that came about. So I have all my little teacups there. And I dropped something on the floor. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. There, I got it. Okay. So I have all those down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling the cups up with flowers as they go down into this other one. So I'm going to put a flower right here because it's already landed in there. It's already getting filled up already. Oh, that's not where I wanted that one. Let's put this one up here. There. Put an orange one right there. And a pink one right here. And then another yellow one right here. So the little cup's getting filled up with flowers. I was obsessing over this all day long thinking, oh, I gotta make this. I have to make this. I have to make this. Because it was driving me crazy because I couldn't do it. Finally, when I got home, I'm going, oh, I could do it now. So I'm just grabbing all my little flowers I pre-made. So I could do this cup. And it's coming over into this one. So they're all just flowing right down into that other cup. Into the big cup. Oh, this one needs to be a little bit closer there. So I just thought this would be the cutest little card. Get a yellow one. And another pink one. Right there. And we'll go with an orange right here. Look at how cute that is. They're all just going down into the big cup. Oh, I love this card. Oh, I just think it's the cutest card. And then guess what? I think one of the cups fell over and just kind of like landed over here. And here's another cup just hanging out over here. So we need to fill those cups up too because it just happened to get some flowers. So some of the flowers came out this way. So we got to get some flowers over there now. Watch. Just so cute. See how they're going over here? Well, these ones did not get popped up. Oh, here's the one. I forgot to pop up that one flower. And we'll take a little orange one right here. And the last one will be this pink one right here. Look at that. They just went everywhere, but this is the one that's getting filled up, this little cup. And I feel like I need to put another one because, you know, it's just so cute. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. So many flowers. Just had to do this card. I couldn't help it. Oh, look at that. It's filled up with happiness. Oh, that's so cute. So now we're going to glue it right here. Whoops. That was never glued. Oh, it fell down. Fell off. This one did. There we go. So now we're going to glue it down to our card front. Get it nice and even in the middle there. And press it down. And I had to bring in the pink, so they brought in the flowers. I didn't like it just with the Night of Navy in the background. Just had to add that little extra. So the next thing we're going to do is I have this cute little butterfly that I thought would be really cute right there. Aw, I like this butterfly. And I already put my stickles on there. So I'll put his wings up. There it goes. And I thought I had another one. Oh, I guess I didn't. Let me get another one out. I thought I had two out. I guess I did not. Okay, here's another one. I'll have to put some stickles on it next time. I didn't get that on there. Darn it. And I am not sure. There they are. The stickles are right there. I could do that. I like to pull up the wings there. So I'll get my stickles out. And I will put some stickles on here to give it lots of shine. There we go. There's my little butterfly. Oops. Almost forgot the antennas. There we go. So fill my cup with happiness. I fell in love with this card. I couldn't help it. So the next thing we're going to do, almost forgot. Let's set that just like that. And I need to glue this down first. And I wanted to do the inside layer because I just felt like it needed to be done. Oh, I set it down kind of early, but that's okay. I got it. There we go. That was pretty easy there. So I'm going to get my stamp out, and I want to take this one and just do a decoration there. So I'm going to get out the Fresh Freesia. That was the word I was looking for. Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia. Freesia. Well, Freesia. I might not be saying it right, but that's okay. I'm good. So I want to do it right here. Sorry, I think I was just out of picture. And I need to scratch out. There we go. See, it goes with all the colors I've been using. A little bit different, right? And I did not use my Stampin' Pierce mat. I got lucky that I got a good stamp. I need to remember to use that. I keep forgetting. Okay, so now I'll put some glue on that. And put this on the inside, and this card is complete. Stick it right in the middle. There we go. I got a little boo-boo there. But guess what? I have an extra little flower over here that I could take and put there. Well, I have lots of extra flowers, not just one. And I'll put it on the inside. It looks like there. Look at that a little bit. You know, I think I need two. here I go again, over embellishing. I can't help it. Better put 3 on there if we're going to do it all right. There we go. Put them right together. Cluster them together. There. So that card is done. I love this card. I know I'm crazy, right? I can't help it. Okay. I'll go back out. So we're working on the second card now. It's going to be a gatefold. So I finally kind of used it. I started to use it, and then it was too big for what I wanted. But I'm going to use it again. I did cut it originally. So then I got my punches out, and I got the 2-inch for here, and the 2 3/4 inch punch for this one. Okay? My flowers went everywhere. So we're going to do kind of the same thing, but not really. I fell in love with that. I can't help it. Just fell in love with it. So these are the envelope pieces. Off of it, you can see the little speckles. That's going to be my little flaps. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do some stamping. I'm going to get out my, where's that? Here they are, the flowers. And we're going to get Night of Navy. No, Secret Sea. That's why it's sitting here, because I knew I wanted Secret Sea. And we're going to do some Secret Sea on the inside of the cute little envelope thing. It's going to go on the inside layer. So we'll do some flowers there. Okay, so that's going to go in there. Oops, sorry, like that. Okay, you know what? I think I want to do the top too. There. Okay, so the next thing, so that's the inside layer. Now I'm going to get this one right here. I'm going to do Secret Sea, and I need to get my Stampin' Paris mat out. Starting to do it again. There we go. And I want to go across here like this. I want to decorate this a little bit. Okay. I'll do the same thing on the other one, because these are going to go on the outside flap. Do the best as you can to get nice and even, and that turned out pretty good. Clean my stamp. Okay. Then I want to bring those, where's that flower go there? The flowers back in. But I don't want to do the Secret Sea. I'm also going to need the Granny Apple, and I will need the Fresh Frieza and the Crushed, where's that? I'm looking for it. It's the Timid Tiger I'm looking for. I have all my little inks right here. Well, the ones that I've been using for this. Timid Tiger, there we go. I found it. Oh, yeah, I did. This is the Daffodil Delight. Those are the ones I want. Okay, now I'm set. So I'm going to start with the Daffodil Delight, and I will be doing some flowers. This, oh, you know what? I did not put this on my glue. And I will regret it if I don't, right? Okay, so So we're going to do a little bit of stamping of this one. We're making our DSP again, by the way. Okay, that'll work for that one. And there's no right or wrong way, like I told you before. You just have fun. Just stamp away. Okay, so I'm done with that one. And I'll clean the stamp so I can do the next color. Okay, and we are going to use the Timid Tiger. Just have fun. That's the whole idea of this. It's having fun. Doing your making your DSP. Kind of messed that up right there. Let me get that just right. There we go. That's what happens when you do it really quick. You have to be careful. Okay. So I'm done with the Timid Tiger. Yeah. Use I already got the Daffodil Delight Fresh Frieza. And I'll clean off my stamp. We don't want to mix inks. And I'll do this one. Oh, I love this color. Not as much as the Highland Heather, but I do like it. Highland Heather is a beautiful color. That's all I gotta say. Okay, so I've got that done. Now I'm going to get my leaves, which I know I left them on the stamp. I hope I didn't take them off. On a little pad on the block. Sometimes I take them off the block to use them for something else. Nope, they're not on the block. But at least I have the stamps available. Works for me, right? So let's put it on the other side, but I'm going to remove these so they're not... Put on another one to hold them off there for a second. Put the Fresh Frieza away. Okay, now we're on to the leaves. Making DSP. What's cool about this is, you know, a lot of times Paper Pumpkins doesn't have enough color paper in there or, you know, DSP print. So you can just make your own every single time. I do it almost every, well, I have done it every time actually. Okay, that one's done. Notice how I'm moving the stamp different directions? That way it's not all the same. That's the whole idea of making it. Because if you notice, you look at the designer paper, how it, sometimes they're perfect, they go a certain way, but a lot of times you just look at it, it's just random. Oops. Okay, let's put one right here. Let's turn it this direction. I think I got it. So we have our pretty paper. I'll clean my stamp. now that we have that done, we can start kind of putting it together. So let's put this on the inside. Okay. Make sure that I'm there. I gotta make sure that I'm in the picture. So I don't want to go out of the picture so you can't see. So we're gonna glue the inside. Just fun making cards, you know. Put that right there in the middle. Okay, there's your middle. So now I need to get my bone folder and make sure these are nice and flat. Okay. So when I put this down, I want to put it so the little flower stripes are on the outer edge. So, the way you make a gatefold card is you cut a piece of paper 8.5 by 5.5. Then you score one end at 2 1/8, turn around and score the other end at 2/8. So you're going to grab everything, you're going to score it 2 1/8, and flip it around and do the other side. So that's how you do a gatefold. If you don't have a cutter, you take the card and you just bring these two together till they meet, and that will be exactly right. So that's how you do it, make the gatefold. And then the pieces that I'm using right now is 2 inches by 5 1/4. Well, actually 5 2/8. Some people do 5 1/4. I like to just have a little bit of a border. Okay, so there's your gatefold pieces. So now you have this one, and this one goes on top, okay? And then I'll just glue it on one side. So what I'm going to do is I need to get some dimensionals, which are right in here somewhere. Did I not get them? You know what? I'll just use these. That's the beauty of it. As long as you have something sticky, you're good. Doesn't matter where it comes from. Kind of what I do. So I do want to cut this a little thinner to go on the handle. And I stamped out the teapot again, just like I did the last one, and then I used my X-Acto knife and cut it out. So that's how I got that. So I'm going to take and put this on my card in 2 seconds. Gotta cut some more of this dimensionals or pop-up tape, whichever you want to call it. Actually, you know what I need to do is I need to stamp this really quick. I almost forgot. Let me get the fresh freeze that. No, what do I want? I'm gonna get the green. I'm gonna do greenery. Bring this back in. I almost forgot to do this. And we're going to take this and go stamp, stamp. Hold on. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Just bring in a little bit of 2, 3, and then 4 this time. A little bit more there. There. Kind of so it's not so plain. That's what I'm trying to do. So it's just not a plain pot. So I want to clean off my stamp. Put that over there. Okay. So now I will glue this down first to the circle. Get it nice and even where I want it. Okay, because it's going to go there. Okay? Take my teapot. And guess what this teapot's doing? It's throwing flowers out of the top of it again. we're going to put it right here. And it's going to be sitting just like that. So I'm going to take this teapot and it's going to sit here just like this. So let's glue it down. I'm going to find the middle, put glue on this side only, okay? Only on that side. I'm going to put it in the middle. And there you go. So this is the cool part about it, is watch this. We're going to take this cup right here and we're going to put it right there, okay? So that it fills up the cup with flowers. So now we're going to bring our flowers in again. These are our flowers again. And we're going to put one right here. And another one right there. And we're going to have one coming out of the little the little spout here. Like it's coming out. And we need to put a couple inside so you can see that that's what's happening. So we're going to put a pink one right here. And then a orange one. And a yellow one. Okay. Cute, huh? And a couple went over the edge though. That's the problem. So a few of them went over the edge and fell out of the cup right here. Well, let's have them kind of fall off the card. Let's get a pink one next. There. And then this one will go right here. There we go. I like this card. Okay, so this one has a problem. It's getting, you know, yeah, it's just all over the place. What can I say? And then, let's see what else. Just like that. Okay, so now I need to get the Fill Your Cup with Happiness stamp out and stamp it in the middle. I forgot to do that. And I think I will do it in Timid Tiger. Should I? Yeah, Timid Tiger. And I need to get my pad out. Tap, tap, tap. And let's you fill my cup with happiness. There we go. And that's the card. But you know what? I don't think it's quite the card. Let me check one more thing out. I need to do one thing more. I just feel like I want to put some ribbon on here. It just feels like it needs ribbon. That's what I think. So I'm going to do that. I will do that. And it's just a simple, we're going to tie a knot. That's all we're going to do. And it's not Stampin' Up! Ribbon. It's just a ribbon that I have in stock. I just felt like it needed a ribbon on here. So you just take and just tie a knot. And it'll look really cute. Look at that. Oh, that added a lot, I think. Trim it off. Trim it off. And there we go. The only thing I have left to do, so it'll stay in place, is my dots. So I'll grab this one off. And I'll stick it on the card right there. Stick that ribbon down. And then I'll grab one more off. You could use your scissors too, but I could just reach under there, so it's okay. Put it there, make sure it's nice and even. And there we go. That added a lot. It needed that. I knew it needed something. I was trying to figure out what it needed. So we have 2 cards. Let me clear this out of the way. And they both fill your cup with happiness. This one's just like all over the place. And then there's a little one, just a little pot filling the cup up. And the flowers spilled out a little bit on the side here. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. And I'll have all the directions down underneath the bottom of the of it, and it'll be okay. I think you really like it. I think you should do this one. If you decide to do a card, that's the one. I mean, the other one's good, but I really like this one. You know, I'm just sitting there at the courthouse thinking, I have to do this card. I know what I got to do. Grabbed a napkin out of my glove box and just went to town. I'm tying a bow here. I'm feeling like I need a bow on this one too. Just because. I got the ribbon out. I had a little piece. I think I'm going to put a bow right there. That's what happens when you think too much. You just end up adding so much prettiness to it. So I think it'll go right there. Yeah, there you go. Last minute bow, what can I say? So thank you for watching. Please like and share my video. And have a wonderful day. Bye.